Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. Today we are doing a review and wear test on the new Lancôme Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Michelle. I post videos every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I enjoy makeup, skincare, and lifestyle. I hope that you will consider subscribing before you go. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Before we get started with the application, I'll tell you a little bit about the foundation. This claims to be a medium coverage with a natural finish. It contains an SPF of 27. It offers up to 24-hour transfer-resistant wear. I don't know who's gonna wear their foundation for 24 hours. It contains hyaluronic acid, which we all know is great. It brings moisture to the skin. It is for oily, combination, and normal skin. I'm surprised that it didn't list dry skin on their website. I don't know if that's just a typo. It comes in 30 shades and it retails for $47. I have this in color 330 Nude. The shade finder on Sephora's website was not working when I purchased this, so I basically just had to guess. And I got lucky and I had a perfect match. This comes in a beautiful glass bottle. It has a plastic pump. Let's go ahead and put a pump on my hand and see what the consistency is like. It's definitely on the thicker side. It's not as runny as I thought it would be for a serum foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with a beauty blender. I'm gonna put these crazy large clips in my hair. This is quite the look. I do have on my skincare, my sunscreen, and I did use a primer because it's supposed to be a hydrating foundation. And for reference, I have combination skin. I am oily in the T-zone. I have a few dry patches, sometimes in my temples and around my mouth, and the perimeter is usually pretty normal. I have worn this before. I've tried to apply it different ways. My favorite way of applying foundation is usually with a beauty blender or my fingers. I'm just gonna push this right into my skin. It does have a strong fragrance. It has a very florally fragrance. Take a look. I had a red spot right there and it's already covering that up. I went through the whole pump just on my cheeks. I'm gonna go ahead and just put one more pump on my hand. There you go. Oh, that's a lot. I didn't need to put that much on my nose. Put a little down my neck. That looks really good. I don't think that I'm gonna use any more. I used about half of what I put on my hand, not even. So that is all I'm gonna do for the application. That was quick and easy. It went on really nice. I really didn't have to keep going back to cover certain areas. So just try to give you a close up. I felt like I had quite a bit of redness going on. It covered up a lot of that. It definitely evened out my skin tone. It feels really nice. It's not sticky. It doesn't feel greasy. I'm just gonna let it set for another minute and then I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. All of my makeup is done. So let's get a closer look. And everything that I have on my face will be linked down below for you in the description box. I am liking how it looks. I don't love how it looks around my mouth area. My mouth area is where I have the most wrinkles, and I just feel like it was accentuating my upper lip a little bit. So I did go back in with the sponge as I was applying, you know, my bronzer and blush, and just kind of thinned it out a little bit. I think it was a little thick on my upper lip. So I would just recommend going in really lightly when you first apply it. And then if you need extra in certain areas, you can just kind of touch up. But the coverage is really good on this. This is a solid medium. I'll give you another close look at it. It does look really skin-like. I did use a powder, bronzer, and blush like I normally do when I'm using a hydrating foundation. It does have a natural glow to it, not like a sheen or a shimmer, but just a really pretty glow. I did not use any setting powder. I didn't use a setting spray. I'm just gonna kind of leave it like this. I'm liking how it looks. I don't look greasy. It just has a really healthy glow to it. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. So I'm gonna leave it right now. I'm not gonna touch it or do anything to it, and I will check in with you guys in about 4 hours. Hey guys, I am back. It has been way over 4 hours. I'm really late. It's probably more over 5 hours, but let's take a look outside. The sun might come out. It's behind a cloud right now. Hey guys, so now we're back inside. I'm just gonna take my mirror and we're gonna take a look to see how it is wearing. It's wearing surprisingly well. I did say that I had worn it a couple times before, but really I didn't pay attention to it because I wasn't doing the review, so I would just kind of put it on, and I thought when I wore it that I got really oily and greasy. I think it was because I wasn't wearing a primer, so if you do have combination oily skin or oily skin, you may definitely want to stick with a primer. If your skin is more on the dry side, you may get away with just applying this to your skin and not even having to use a primer. I'm a tiny bit shinier than I was. I still don't look greasy. I don't feel like it has that breakthrough where it starts to kind of slide around and break up, but let me see if I can just get you a close up. It didn't settle into any of my wrinkles. It's not accentuating my pores. I'm very surprised that right in here, my pores aren't accentuated and I'm not really oily there. I feel like everything is in place. Nothing is moving around. Let me check my mouth because my mouth was the issue when I had first applied it. I had to thin it out. I have a big crease right here in the center that it had kind of settled into when I first applied it. It's not settling into any of my mouth wrinkles or my lip. It's not worn off on the sides of my nose. I did blow my nose, so I think just this portion right here is a little worn off, but I still think it looks really, really good. It's not accentuating my forehead wrinkles. So far, so good. I will check in with you guys hopefully in another 4 hours. Okay guys, so I am here for my final check-in. It's been over another 4 hours, so I think we're somewhere around over 9 hours. I'm gonna show you close up so you can get a good look at it. And see what you think about it. I'm gonna get my little mirror so that I can take a close-up look. Okay, I'm definitely shinier on the forehead, and then I'm starting to get really shiny in here. It's worn off on my nose for sure, but my cheeks and everywhere else, it's still in place. It didn't break up or move around. I do feel like on my forehead, it's starting to show more of my wrinkles. I don't know if the camera's picking up the forehead wrinkles there. You know, I think from a distance, it looks fine. I don't think anyone else would notice other than me. And had I powdered, I think it would have looked much better, especially in my T-zone. So my final thoughts on this are, I think if you have dry skin, this is not going to give you the moisture that you need. I think if you do have oily or oily combo, this will probably work for you. You may want to try it with and without a primer to see which one works better for you. And if you have mature skin and you have wrinkles like I do, it can very well accentuate them depending on how you apply it. So do I recommend it? I think it's worth a try if you like Lancôme and you don't mind the smell. I don't love it. I don't dislike it either. I have other foundations that are much more hydrating than this that have that glow. One of them is the IT CC Nude Glow. This is a great one. Will I continue to wear it? I probably will. Maybe I'll try it again with my fingers and just see how it goes on, or just use it in a few places on my face and not my entire face. So guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video.